Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Welcome to another scene set in the Chronicles of Darkness Vampire Requiem, a requiem for London. It is another cold night, another winter night. February cold snap kicking in. Clouds once again gather over the London sky, and night falls. And Rose, our point of view for this scene, our requiem for this scene, awakens.
She'll groan 5 more minutes as she sits up.
It's another night. You look at your watch. It's 4 o'clock. Night always comes so fast in London.
She'll get up, make herself appear fresh and healthy-ish, dress professionally, and go to see if her allies have come to the club.
You freshen up, try to get a look at yourself in the mirror. Takes a bit of effort. Doesn't give you a reflection properly. It's more of a bee staring back at you. But
she'll totally just shoot at the meanest, bitchiest face she can manage before leaving the room.
It looks at you with yellow eyes and smiles. You went to the club. You check in.
Yep.
With Rich. He's doing just fine.
I love that he has a beautiful picture now.
He does.
Yep. She'll put a 20 in the tip jar and tell him to enjoy his evening. She'll probably be out late.
Yeah. He tells you that someone left an important message for you.
Oh? Is it written or did they pass it through you, my dear?
It was written. Person who delivered it was just a courier, I think. But they were one of you.
Oh, is he still here or did he just drop it off and run like, a scared child?
Nah, it wasn't someone I recognized. It was, looked to be some new kid on the block, some fucking no name, by how jittery they were.
She just shakes her head and goes, shame, shame.
Yeah. I mean, try to act all tough in the club, but,
I mean, it's a nightclub. You shouldn't have to act that tough unless he's never been in one.
Well, I mean, they put on the brave face, but
next time I'll have to let
Siri
one.
said he looked quite different outside.
Next time I'll have one of the girls show him a private room. That should get him pissing himself, she says with a chuckle.
I mean, we already got enough patrons here. Do we need any more? Not enough, but
one of the
Jeff and Jackie are quite enough, to be honest.
She kind of laughs. She goes, "Oh dear, do you not understand? No matter how old I get, it's the green, the coin that always makes the power sway and the world turn. I'll take my message now."
All right. He'll hand you the envelope. It is. It has a very. It is an envelope with a very rich texture. This is not cheap. This is not just cheap mass packaged envelopes. This is pretty fine stuff. There's a wax seal on it.
I was about to ask before I open it, is there any insignias or sills on it? Thank you.
Has the insignia of a snake twisted as if to resemble an hourglass.
Do I want to actually open this? She says. I think I'll take it to my office before I open it, just in case.
You do you. I'm just the in between.
Oh, you're so much more than that, my friend. Enjoy some top shelf while I'm gone tonight.
Hey, I will.
She'll go up to her office. If she sees Cher on the way, she'll tell her, my 2 friends you met the other night, if they arrive, bring them to my office with you. And then once she's inside her office, she will gingerly and carefully, without damaging the wax seal as best as possible, use a letter opener and open the envelope.
Okay.
Just, she's being careful.
You, once again, as you pull out the paper, it's very fine texture. It's kind of like holding an old book, really. Has that sort of nostalgic feeling to it. And it is handwritten, and the handwriting is very fine. Very elaborate. It reads, "Dear Miss Anson, it is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance. I am Keeper of our Shade.
Oh, God.
I have noticed that your club has been doing most fine for itself lately. Of this I am most impressed. There are few within the hospitality scene who have ever entertained me as such. Most are simply pretenders and copycats. I am relieved to see that you are a woman of taste. I wish to arrange a more formal meeting at your earliest convenience, if you would."
But she rolled her eyes as she read the woman of taste part. Set the letter on her desk.
While I understand that you may be reticent, in brackets, many are, close brackets, and while you are free to do so within a generous period of time, I would wish to remind you that it is most rude to dismiss correspondence from an officer of court. And it would be a horrible shame if police were to be informed about the shotgun.
As She's reading the note. She goes over to the sound system of the club and she switches it to the song she plays when she needs to improve her mood, Living Dead Girl.
Kindest regards, Alara Shade, Keeper of Elysium, proud independent of the Domain of London.
She goes through her collection of purses, picks out a formal purse, adjusts her makeup best as she can, goes down the stairs, informs her new goal that they're running a small errand to wait on their friends, and informs the barkeep if the two men from the other night show up, give them the best service possible till she returns. I knew something like this was going to happen because the ST is giggling over there.
There you go.
Oh God.
It did not divide them, indent them as I want. That's kind of a drawback of the of StreamYard chat, but it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, Clan Maquette, I'm sure, is beautiful in their own right. I love Clan Maquette out of character, but in character, my venture's like, God fucking damn it.
Yes. The first to enter will be Siri, your new chief of security.
My beautiful, beautiful goal.
She is. She has been most proactive lately. She's been doing a far better job than Donnie.
Totney was a waste of trash.
A very lax gentleman, thought he could coast.
Okay, so her friends are already here. Okay. Loose term of friendship.
Hickory and Jackie aren't here yet, so you have a moment to speak with your ghoul. When she enters, she bows deeply before you and says, "Miss Hanson."
We're in private, dear. And she turns the music system up louder. Because that's her mood at the moment. Because why is the keeper contacting her? Why does she have to go deal with that woman?
Miss Rose. Her face softens substantially.
My dear, do you know what the hardest part of this job is? And she's still holding the letter as she says this.
Unexpected errands?
Yes. For political people who do not understand, nobody gives two shits what their political agenda actually is.
From my very limited understanding, Miss Rose, of politics, I've always found it to be nothing more than a series of quid pro quos.
A good way to put it is, you don't know whose shaft you're going to work, but you're always working someone's. And that's the blunt way of explaining politics to you, dear.
She is not as taken aback by that as you might expect. She does give a light smirk at the turn of phrase.
It's all one big rat race to one big piece of cheese. The question is, who gets to be on top of the hill eating that cheese? So tonight will be a watch and capture mission. Are you ready?
I have made substantial preparations, Miss Rose. Actually, a quick question: have you taught Rose some of the general banes of kindred existence?
She's taught her some of the very, very basics, like the Nosferatu, what they basically look like, try to be respectful, even though they're grotesque. If you meet someone who says, I am a primogen or I am a keeper, try to show decent respect like they're a police officer or, church leader, that sort of thing. She's put it very simple, basics, because even though she may get in trouble for something she says, she's going to have some leeway because it's easy to tell she is a freshly made ghoul.
So, fire, sunlight, few clambanes,
Yes.
stake
Like,
to the heart.
stake to the heart will make them sleep. Sunlight can burn us to death. The
All right.
basic stuff to defend herself if she needs to from a kindred, but I don't think she'll get in that much trouble with me for now.
Yes.
Right away, at least.
She will simply say, I have prepared several adornments for the evening, and she pulls out of her jacket 2 stakes, and then on the other side of her jacket another 2 stakes.
Oh, this would be so perfect timing. Yeah, she looks a little concerned that there's that many stakes, but she's like, well, it is better to be prepared than unprepared, my dear.
I'm sure you'd have no trouble attaining any equipment that you would need. However, I thought it would be best to have one for each of us.
Well, that is a very good idea, yes. I'm not sure how well prepared or equipped our gentlemen friends will be.
I would prefer not to leave it up to chance. I have prepared an additional vehicle, and in that additional vehicle there is a duffel bag storing several stun guns and batons, a few combat knives, and flashlights.
Oh, Rose is so milking this at this point. She's actually gotten up and is like lovingly, as best as she can simulate as an undead creature, petting her hair now. She's like, "My, you're just such an intelligent little thing, aren't you?"
Oh, Miss Rose, you don't have to.
No, it's okay. This is why I love you so much.
She stops talking and just sort of allows you to pet her, sort of just kind of her head
No.
tilting into your hands, into your loving hands.
Granted, the closest to love she's showing is like a very odd motherly type situation there. Now I need to decide, and Rose is muttering about it, if she wants to go deal with Miss Shade or wait for the gentleman.
As you are busy petting your ghoul and she is just relishing in your praise, and is quite literally fawning over you like a child now. Your phone does buzz. There's a text from Rich. It says your 2 guys are here. Actually, he says your 3 guys are here.
Oh, my 3. Send them up is what she texts back.
Okay.
Of course, her angry song's still blasting it on repeat because that still pisses her off. Rose doesn't like surprise invites for no explained reason.
Siri is. It is almost as if she doesn't hear the music. She's too focused on you right now.
Yeah, she has stopped petting her and goes, time for business.
Yes, Miss Hanson. She straightens up. Her soft, mesmerized expression fades immediately as soon as you say that.
Good girl. And she'll
One
wait.
last,
Hmm?
if I may ask one thing,
Yes, dear.
if one of them goes off the rails, how should we handle that situation?
It depends on which one it is. If the third person joining us out of the gentlemen is who I think it is, a single bullet should fix that situation. If it's one of the other two, just give them a sweet nap until they calm down.
Very well. I I do have a handgun with me, but I must profess I have limited ammunition. They are not easy to acquire within London.
Use it only when needed. If there's another choice, take that choice, even if it means fleeing back to the car. Do not leave my side, though.
Yes, Miss Anson. Your safety is my priority always.
All right. She'll look towards the door and motion for her to let them in when they get to the door. Still grumbling over the note on her desk. Stupid cat keeper.
So, two large men and a more slender man, all of which you recognize, enter the room. The slender man, of course, is Jackie. He's not necessarily dressed or equipped for a fight. He's wearing his little white shirt, the sleeves rolled up, fashionable black jeans, sort of endearing bedhead for a hairstyle.
Oh, you so need a hairbrush.
The ladies love it.
I wouldn't know much about what ladies love. She'll look
He
at
is
her.
tempted. He is tempted to say something to you, but thinks better of it and just sort of laughs at his own expense. Of course, Hickory is present. He says nothing. He looks cautious. You notice that his eyes scan the room very thoroughly,
So,
and he
before
elects to stand if requested to sit. Then there is your former security guard Donnie, who is just looking, questioning, and somewhat dissatisfied. And he looks at Siri, gives her some stink eye, to which Siri just dismisses him as a non-entity.
So, Donnie, you'll be being our muscle for this capture. Think you can handle it? She's actually sitting money on her desk as she asks this.
Well, I haven't exactly been given a thorough rundown of what exactly is that we're doing, other than that involves making someone's life quite miserable.
Oh no, it's not going to be miserable, dear. She actually gets up and moves over to Donnie as she says this. They're bad people, and we're capturing one of them to bring back here to talk to with a police officer. With a smile. That's it. That's all you have to do is help us capture this man. And then you can go about your sweet, sweet life with as much money as you can walk out of here with. And you even get to work with my chief of security, Shear, here.
You could tell that rankles him. You saying that, but
And I know how much you loved working with the ladies. Her smile fades when she says that part. Cher, you don't mind working with Donnie again, do you, my dear?
Anyone under your employ is a colleague of mine.
Good girl. Cher here brought presents for all of you. Well, Donnie, I'm sure beyond, what's in that closet, you won't need much else than that. So go get suited up, just in case we run into trouble.
He turns around and just kind of mutters, "Fucking bitch."
I heard that is all she says as he walks off. She'll then smile at the other two gentlemen. Don't you?
Wow. That was a ball busting if I've ever seen one.
He's an asshole. If I didn't think killing someone like him would be a waste of life, he'd be long gone. Cher, dear, can you give one of each of our gifts to the gentlemen here? Slowly, we don't want to scare them.
Of course, Miss Anson. She will provide each of them with a steak. She'll keep one for herself. She'll offer you one.
Oh, no, she'll easily take it. She will, in fact, open her jacket and strap it to the side of her corset underneath the jacket and then close it back. So it looks like just a normal business suit again.
This is just one of several pieces of attire I will be providing you for the evening once we're outside and ready to go, I'll be providing you the rest. Well, damn. Looks like you've got everything well prepared.
I always make sure my friends are taken care of, she says with a smile.
Hey, I appreciate that. You know,
I'd have to say the only errand besides doing this with you all tonight I have to do is go deal with Miss Alara Shade, she says with a scowl.
That asshole.
She sent me a lovely letter, she says, tapping the letter sitting on her desk.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised she hasn't dealt with you already. She kind of has the whole monopoly on the hospitality sector thing going on. That's the entire thing on lockdown. Makes our lives fucking miserable. It's, to be honest, it wouldn't. She says she's independent, but I wouldn't be surprised if she's with the establishment, really.
She just shakes her head. Well, to each their own. I mean, if it's just a conversation, I can talk to someone. But I won't be licking her boots.
Even she hasn't held power within the city for this long without putting more than a few people under her thumb.
She is literally taking pictures with her cell phone now of the letter and sending them to her grandfather.
Slowly, literally sends you a message back going, "What this? Oh, fuck. Well, not unexpected."
Well, so I figure this will go in. We'll watch the building till we see this man pulling up the best rendition of a sketch she could do of the guy from the other night.
Does she actually you wanna roll that for me now? You do
have I can roll again. Yes, not a problem.
Oh, did you roll for it before?
I'm pretty sure I did, but I will do it again just to be safe.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I don't remember.
So at dice to court, I'm trying to remember how to do the roll.
Ah, yes. So it's gonna
Oh, okay. I see you typing in the one I'm in. Like, I remember to add
Oh,
him,
this guy's
and then I'm just trying to remember what I type of roll.
at Discord,
Okay.
then roll, then the number of dice you're rolling.
All right. So let's see. She's got one in craft, so I guess it would be Dex craft to draw.
Yeah, it would be Dex plus crafts.
She so isn't a good draw. Oh
Oh
shit!
wow. Okay. Yeah,
She
you.
did good that time.
It's it's a sketch. It's not amazing, but it gets if someone would look at this sketch in order to get a good look at the actual guy, they'd probably recognize him. It's not as good as a photo, but it's all right. It works. You're pretty confident
Oh, that's right.
that kindred that the people who see this will recognize the guy you're looking for.
I actually just remembered she had texted a photo of him to Sully also. God damn it. Oh well. Anyway.
Yeah, that photo is not great.
Yeah.
Sully recognizes him because he actually knows the guy. But the photo, well, you know that kindred don't come out well in photos, mirrors, film. They have to actively force through it for themselves to come out properly. Most of the time, the beast interferes with a photo in some way. Either they're looking the wrong way, or the photo comes out blurry.
Yeah, I know.
It
So
doesn't always hide one's identity, but it
she'll
is an
show the
asshole.
sketch to them and be like, "This is who I want to capture and bring back here for questioning."
Never seen that guy before.
How do you order the? Okay. Sorry, my boyfriend came in the room.
Okay.
So yeah, that's who she wants to capture, and she'll explain that she saw them go inside the Bible thumping violent men's hideout. And she looks at Jeff and she goes, "I also came up with a way I can pay you back to help me with this."
Careful what you promise.
"I will do my best to try and help you with getting that little thing off your head."
Tell you what. Who are you with? Because I know you're divided up into groups.
Yeah,
there's 5, and he holds up like literally with his hand 5. I know there's a big 5. Which one are you with?
She blinks. "I'm part of the circle."
Okay, that's actually not too bad. I'll tell you what. If you can guarantee me that the circle help me out when I need it, when I ask for them, I'll consider us square.
She's gonna hate doing this without her grandpa or the leader of her organization's permission, but I mean, they're not gonna be around forever. She'll be like, "I can't guarantee every member of the circle will help, but I can guarantee some of us will."
You know that as a member of the circle, you are effectively nobody as of right now. Hopefully, this changes that.
Yeah, no, I know that. That's why she didn't guarantee everyone could.
You're, however, a major figure within your dynasty, an expected successor figure, which means that you do hold sway over members of your dynasty that may be able to help. And as you say, certain members of the circle may be willing to help out of sympathy, but it varies from individual to individual.
She's like, "Yes, see, I could get maybe my grandfather Sully to help you, or his grandsire, or, well, sire, but I don't hold much sway outside of my direct lineage. So some of us could help you, but I promise we will try our best." That's all I can offer is a trying. And who knows, maybe I can make Alara Shade a special friend, and she can help too.
Oh no, fuck that bitch.
Touche. Or I can redirect her and get her off your back some.
As far as I know, she ain't looking for me. To be fair, I've never met her, to my knowledge. I just never want to.
Well, she is the keeper of Elysium, so she is a danger in some way.
Anyone with a title or a fancy name before their actual name, I don't want them knowing a damn thing about me.
And they will not.
Okay.
That's literally why I've been telling everyone your name is Jeff.
Well, they know my real name.
She's going to open her desk drawer, pull out a scarf, sunglasses, and a hat, and slide it over to him.
You fucking serious?
It's fashion. I'm helping.
He'll begrudgingly put on the hat and the sunglasses.
She'll smile. And aren't you handsome?
I mean, if we're gonna rile up another kindred, I guess it makes sense.
Yes. Miss Shear, could you please explain to the gentleman, though, what the order I gave you before they arrived was? It's only fair we're completely honest with our allies.
Oh yeah, it should be noted Ciri's surname is Loza. She is Ciri Loza.
Well, Miss Loza, then, is what she'd call her.
So what did you want her to say?
To explain the order of what is to happen if things get out of hand with one of them that she gave her before the gentleman arrived, because it is only fair to be completely honest with the gentleman working with them, except for Donnie. She doesn't care if Donnie knows.
If an incident does occur and one of you loses control, the procedure is to incapacitate you with one of these. She holds up her stake, at which point we'll take you back to the club within the boot of our vehicle, and you'll be unstaked.
Does that sound fair, gentlemen?
It would not do to risk the attention of those that we are after, nor would it be appropriate for us to risk the masquerade. In spite of the nobility of our mission.
She is smiling like the most approving motherly smile at her right now. You were such a quick study. It's only been a couple of nights. So proud of you, dear.
She maintains her composure, but you can tell she is lighting up with the praise.
Now, I will both inform you I do not trust Donnie as far as I can throw him. She's whispering to them. So, the command is, if he gets out of hand, tries to betray us, anything like that, Miss Loza here is to put a bullet in him. Unless one of you have an argument on his behalf.
I mean, he's just a guy, right? Like, can't you just mind wipe him or something? Don't have to kill the guy.
If you wish. We will try it your way. It's only fair. You're part of the team also. I just don't like assholes. She's just looking towards the closet she sent him to.
I appreciate you giving me a say. And you know, I just hope, if a situation occurs, you'll do the same for me at some point. Or probably will, given that,
Of course,
you and us are working together now.
We're all a team for now.
Yeah.
As long as you want to be friends, I'm willing to be friends with anyone.
So, yeah, he
So,
like pokes Jeff, and he says, "So Jeff, I'm gonna ask because you're clearly not going to answer me why the Princeton's so pissed off at you, but you know, Karkin's always got your back, right?" And he's like, no, no, we'll talk later.
she's watching both of them with like a Cheshire cat expression. Oh, a good cup of tea and cake is what I would miss for a moment like this.
You know, I know someone who can cook.
Yes, but unfortunately, it doesn't taste the same.
I mean, you just gotta put a bit of effort into it.
Touche.
Wink.
Uh, Donnie, are you almost done, or should I send one of my gentleman friends in there to help you put the vest on?
You hear a unfriendly knock, more like a bashing sound on the door. He'll just throw the door open with the vest on.
She'll smile. There we go. So, shall we hurry up and get this underway? I feel like Mr. Donnie here doesn't want to spend too much time in our presence.
Yeah, I don't have all fucking night. Let's go. Let's get this shit over with.
Half now. She takes the pile of money and gives him half. Half when it's done.
You're right. You heading out?
As they leave, she'll tell the barkeep they're headed out. You know where the gun is if you need run into trouble while I'm gone.
Yeah, I got you back. Tell if anything goes down.
She'll like put her hand to her lips like she's gonna blow a kiss and then wave to him instead. Good friends are hard to find, she'll whisper to the group at once they're outside. Now then, we need to finish our equipment and get the fuck out of here.
Yes, Miss Anson, Mr. Rivers, Mr. Jeff, if you would follow me, please. She'll lead them to a rather new-looking vehicle. Looks like it has been procured with the money you've been giving your new ghoul.
Someone's been shopping.
I thought it prudent to have a vehicle for casual use in business affairs, and this would be one of those business affairs.
She nods,
Sure.
of course. You don't have to explain your actions unless I ask you to, dear.
No one else notices, but her hands tremble a little bit as she opens the boot.
You're not hungry, are you?
No, Miss Hanson.
Very well.
She'll pull out a duffel bag from the boot. Knives, batons, flashlights, some more generic equipment, first aid kit. Primarily for her, not really for any of you. She doesn't really mention it.
Yeah. No, Rose will definitely take one of the batons. Because
batons, combat knives, stun guns.
She'll take, I guess, one of each for now, and she'll motion to the gentleman.
She also has several flare guns.
I don't want one of those. If one of the gentlemen of our three companions would like a flare gun, that's perfectly fine.
They both pass. They know it's a risk.
Yeah, she looks at Donnie. Do you need a flare gun, or are you good without one?
The fuck would I need a flare gun for?
We're not going to cause lethal damage to the gentleman we're capturing, but it is definitely a frightening scene when you see a flare flying over you. But for now, she holds up the baton. I think this will do in my hands very nicely. Anything you see in the bag you wish to take as a weapon, you can, Donnie. I want it returned when the job is over, though.
Yeah. Just get off my back.
Of course it isn't. She'll wait till they're situated, and she will have her goal in the drive, and she will have Donnie in the passenger seat beside her, and she will sit in the middle and back seat area with the other two kindred. Pretty sure with her power-ups from Be My Ghoul can handle Donnie at his best.
Suri had procured an additional vehicle for use if you want a second exit option.
That would be actually a good idea. I'll have her drive with Donnie then, so I don't have to deal with him as long. And I will tell the other two gentlemen they can sit in either vehicle they prefer. We're taking two. And I will drive myself, because why not?
All right.
And we will go to the accountant's office and do our stakeout and capture, which means I need to prepare rolls.
Mm-hmm.
So the first roll I'm going to need to do is for the stakeout, I believe, to do it without being seen.
Make me a... Are you driving the first vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's not the same vehicle I drove and parked there last time.
Yeah. All right. Probably just either wits drive or wits stealth, whichever's your highest.
I'm going to go stealth. Granted, again, I need to spend my XP when I get more. Oh. Oh. Oh.
You can spend willpower to increase the dice pool by 3 if you want.
That's what I'm going to do. So.
Remember to keep track of your willpower as it doesn't refresh nightly. You need to fulfill your mask and your dirge in order to get it back.
Alrighty. I figured with the socializing aspect of her nightclub, since she's a social chameleon, she probably refilled some of it. That's why she did.
Normally, it's stuff that occurs in scene.
Okay, I figure it would have healed when she did her nightclubbing stuff after the big part of the scene last time. So
that's fair.
So instead, it would be 6 instead of 3, right?
Yes. So just roll an additional 3 dice. Oh dear. You can opt.
I just want
to make a dramatic failure and take a beat.
kind of need the beats, but at the same time, I really don't want a dramatic failure. Is anyone in the vehicle with me, or am I driving alone?
Hickory and Jack are with you.
I'm not
So, oh, sorry.
No, I'm not going to take the dramatic failure.
Okay, you can mull on it if you want, and if at any point you want to take it, it will tell you when you can no longer take it.
Okay.
But if you want to take a while, think about it. That's fine.
Yeah. Like even if it's not like a perfectly hidden vehicle, I would like to drive without getting her two companions injured, at least. Maybe bad enough that one of them take the keys from her later and be like, "I'll drive next time." But should, no dramatic failure for driving. That can be a danger to her and them. But I will take that dramatic failure later at some point.
All right. You make it to the accountancy firm in Enfield. It's quite far out. It's not in the inner city, so things are a lot more quiet here than they are in the rest of in the inner part of London. A lot of Enfield is a suburb, which is very quiet at night. You've been handling this, or you've gotten to business here fairly early, so there are still people out on town. In Enfield, but it's definitely scaling down, and it's a lot quieter compared to Hackney, Camden.
She'll close her eyes and inhale and mutter, "I hate the quiet."
I mean, that's a beef for all of us. Back in Carthian territory, so much of what we have, it's, people think what you got.
You should have seen me when I was immortal. I drove my family crazy with how loud and rambunctious I got.
Ooh, I like you.
You ever been sent to a Catholic all-girls school because Daddy didn't like your music? It's great.
I mean, just sounds like an opportunity if you ask me.
Oh, it was. I got blacklisted from all their schools after that. One little fireworks situation gone wrong, and you can't go to private school anymore.
Wish I had half the interesting life you did.
You can blame all the money I had. Money makes it easy to do fun stuff or stupid stuff.
Well, when you're poor like me, you learn to improvise.
Yeah. Once they're parked, she'll get out, and she'll wait for her ghoul to park too.
As she parks in a space that is fairly nondescript. She turns off the lights or remains low in the vehicle. She has a conference call set up with you and the rest of the group, so she can talk to you. But she has the light on her phone off. Do you want her to get out?
Not yet, no. Right now, I'm scanning to see if I can even see the guy fully. Like, I literally just got up just to act like I was stretching my legs from a long drive.
You're gonna be here for a while.
Yep.
That's how stakeouts work. When you're looking for one specific guy to show up to a specific place,
She'll get back in the car with the gentleman. Oh, I so wish I could still drink. It's all she says, staring towards the accounting office.
Yeah, It's a fairly humble-looking firm for the purpose that has been described to you. Maybe that's why. It does, however, cover 2 floors. It is fairly. It's not so late that it's shut entirely. However, a lot of people are leaving the firm now.
Hey,
And
she'll ask the gentleman if they know any of these people leaving the firm. By the way,
Jeff just goes, never been in before.
Mm.
Knew better.
Thanks for.
This is sanctified turf.
Oh, I know. Thanks for
Better
sticking
stay
your
away.
neck out.
I mean, I ain't doing it for nothing, so you don't need to thank me.
Yeah.
Jack just goes, I've been around, but I mean, I don't know everybody in the city, you know? I mean, if you want me to look into it, I can. I make friends very quickly. He smiles.
She'll grin back at him. I'm sure you do, but not yet. I need you both safe and alive.
I mean, I'll be concerned if it were anything else. A few hours will pass. Hickory is surprisingly alert and patient. He never really seems to lose focus, even after hours of waiting. This seems like something he's done before.
Oh, he's a useful friend.
Jack loses concentration pretty quickly. He is very bored. And is just kind of on and off on his phone, and is only half paying attention to the firm after about an hour passes.
I'll let him take breaks, but like for every hour he doesn't pay attention is when I'll then like clear my throat and remind him what we're here for.
Yeah. I'm just okay. Like,
She's smirking at him. There's a Rubik's Cube in the glove compartment if you really want something to play with.
I mean, I was just playing solitaire on my phone, but okay. I'll take the Rubik's Cube and actually start playing with it.
Youngsters.
Fuck you.
Don't think that
even
would be pleasant.
I bet you're not even that old.
Guess my age, she says with a smirk.
20 something.
Ha, she says with a laugh.
I'ma just take that as a yes. And, you know, say I
Oh,
was right.
oh, sweet boy, no. I'm a lot older than 20 something.
Well, I mean, ignore the mortal years, because that's cheating.
She chuckles. I received the kiss in 1980.
I mean, that's just 30 years. That's not even a. That's actually pretty close. I'm actually quite proud of that. I got it to a decade.
She's just rolling her eyes at this point, then continues watching. Asks on the conference call how Miss Loza is handling Donnie as their companion.
Situation's clear across the board for the moment. Haven't run into the target yet. Haven't seen them.
Good job. Keep it up. I'll make sure you get a big drink tonight.
There is dead silence across the.
Oh, I know. I didn't assume a response from her.
It is very delayed. There's a big silence, and then she just says, "Yes, Miss Hanson." A few minutes later, you finally see your guy.
She'll whisper in the conference call, target is on the move.
I see him. You both see him with somebody.
Oh,
Wiry,
son of a bitch.
wiry man.
Ooh.
Tall. In a suit, greasy hair.
She texts those details very quickly to Sully.
Sully says, "No idea." When you look at him, Rose, he gives off no predatory aura.
I think he's with a human. Fuck.
By the way, does Donnie hear what you say?
No, okay. She's not, and she mutes the call when she's not talking to them exactly.
Okay. I mean, a lot of people here can deal with humans. You can deal with humans. Yeah. I can deal with humans. All of us can deal with humans.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to capture both. I will deal with the human and I'll get him mind wiped best as I can. And we'll probably re-release him. The other one, same plan applies. You guys ready to move?
Yeah, we good. They what you see, Rose, as you say this, is your target walks up. He doesn't actually look as well dressed as his fellow. He walks up to the now closed firm. There's still a few people inside. You can see the lights, the light of the computers. And when one of them approaches, so when your target approaches, the man in the firm scrambles from his computer and begins to unlock the door hastily and clumsily, as if they're in panic. And your target, even though they're actually not that large, they look at the mortal attempting to unlock the door. It's almost as if they're looking down at them.
All right, if we're going to do this, we're going to need to do it now, she says, climbing out of the car.
Okay.
She will unmute the call and tell Steer and Donnie time to move.
On it. As you text that and you go to get out of the vehicle, the gentleman with your target, who also appears ill at ease when this person begins scrambling from their desk, you notice he kind of turns around, looks like he's playing spotter, in a sort of more subtle sense. Like he's dressed for the part, he's blending in. It's like he's meant to be here. But I see him looking around.
Like, she literally looks like some kind of businesswoman on her phone, so if he spotted me, I don't think he'd think much of it, especially since I'm by a car. I'm either coming or going. Employee.
Do you take dramatic failure?
Yeah. Mm. Sure. I mean, I could roll and just take the dramatic. Yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and take it.
Okay.
I'm not even really trying. She normally dresses like she belongs in some kind of office setting. And I guess I'll go ahead and mark that beat.
So you're right about one thing. You can mark that beat. Yes, you can give yourself a beat.
Okay.
The worry man taps the back of your target and he looks. He actually initially looks at the man, a bit annoyed, like a bit confused. But then he looks to where he points. He points at your vehicle. He doesn't point towards your ghouls. He
That's
points
good.
at yours, and then he sees you. And you can tell the way he looks at you, he recognizes you for what you are. Just
I've
as you
been
can see
spotted.
his aura, he can perceive yours.
Yeah,
He can see it based on you.
she will literally mutter into the conversation call that's unmuted. I've been spotted. Move without me. Which means it gives Donnie and Sierra a chance to loop around and do a Coupe de Grey.
Yes, you're kind of in a you're parked along the road. They're they're they were parked in an alley, not quite opposite the firm, but sort of at an angle to it, so they can still see it partially. They don't have as good a view as you have, but they are more well hidden, and they've parked quite far down into it. They look at you and they begin rapidly exchanging words. Your target begins taking out his phone and starts moving back to the vehicle, his vehicle.
She's going to mutter to Jackie and Jeff, as she calls him, if you're going to do something, do it now. I'll try to keep their contact.
All right, fucking hell.
She's slowly, since she's already been spotted and they're probably keeping an eye on her and not paying much attention to the allies. I don't know if you have anything planned for that.
They haven't seen Cyril or Donna yet, but you can see them begin to emerge from the alley and begin to wrap around them.
She's going to just approach them as straight on as like openly possible. Like she'll even like hold her hands out a little bit away from her sides to show she's unarmed. She is literally gonna play the bait for this situation.
Yeah. It should be noted, because your target has seen you, he obviously perceives your two compatriots.
Yeah, well, hopefully he doesn't recognize Jeff. Other than that, I don't care. Jackie can take care of himself. I just want to talk, sir. That's it. As soon as she's close enough to say that.
I'm no fool. Reinforcements are already on their way. I suggest you get out of here.
I will. I just need one question answered. Why was my club attacked?
Your people caused a storm. You remember those things.
My people did no such thing. So, do I roll for Donnie and Siri, or do you?
You roll.
Okay.
Manipulation plus persuasion to keep, or manipulation plus subterfuge to keep him occupied.
Okay.
They're going to play it casual. Obviously, they're human. He wouldn't recognize them as kindred. Now, you do. It may raise his hackles if they start approaching, so you do need to keep his eyes on you.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Could I use my socialize or persuasion over subterfuge?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to use my socialize.
You can use persuasion, not socialize.
Oh, well, fine. I'm going to, let's see, how much willpower? I probably shouldn't spend any more willpower. So,
You'll get all
lovely.
tuckered out.
Huh?
You'll get all tuckered out.
Yeah. I don't think I can apply Vate to this, so. But I got 2 successes still, so that's not bad. That's not the worst with only a 3 dice roll. My baby vamp needs higher stuff. So I assume it definitely for sure works on the humanish person.
Yes.
Now the question is, does it work on him also?
Are you just engaging him in mundane conversation?
I am literally just asking the question, talking to him, trying to understand, basically making it seem like I'm a very confused lost lamb that needs some answers.
Okay. He doesn't engage with you much. He views you as an enemy, so it's very difficult for him to, very difficult for you to keep his attention. He's on alert now. It's very difficult to keep him occupied. But
she hates to do this part, but she will completely do Bible quotes at him. In the little bit of Latin she knows from her school days, I thought we were supposed to be kind to our neighbors.
you are no neighbor of mine, ignorant. And
if I have to piss it off, I will.
Yeah. He was heading back to the car, but now he's staying. You think he's stalling for the same reinforcements that you're waiting for, but he's keeping a sharp eye out. Siri and Donnie are close. They're currently basically just round the corner. Around the corner of the firm. They're literally just a couple of yards away from him. They're currently just standing there.
So, from one good person of the city to another, you shouldn't go around baselessly throwing accusations. It's very rude, especially to young ladies who are not involved in these situations. She's literally at this point doing anything in her power just to keep him in one spot.
Unlike you, the Sanctified do not keep me in the dark. He looks to the corner where your compatriots are hiding.
Oh, where Jackie and Jeff are?
You think you know Kindred can sense life when it's close to them, just inherently.
And unlike you, I at least try to protect the city and do the right thing. And yes, that was her trying to poke the bear.
He considers it laughable and walks across the road away from your compatriots.
I guess.
I would speak of your priestesses or your hierophants or your crones or whatever the hell it is that you call them. Well, that is certainly where you came from.
So is his back to me now?
Yes, but he is aware of you. So if you attack him, it will not be a surprise attack.
I was going to say I'm going to try and stake him, but at the same time, I'm looking at my stats. Like, that might not be a good idea if he knows I'm there.
You can do it, and it will be considered a back attack, which will give you extra dice.
Okay, so she is going to go for the stake she has on her, and she's going to try and stake him.
Okay. It's a back attack, so you get 2 extra dice.
What am I rolling here?
Strength plus weaponry.
Okay, so 2. And how much extra dice? 2?
Plus 2 dice, but he has a defense rating.
Okay.
His defense subtract from your roll.
All right. I was going to say, can I power this up with any of her vate that she's been just storing up on?
Yes. Oh, I should have actually had you do that before this scene. So every time you do a scene, you lose a blood point. Then you get to roll a hunt.
Oh, okay. I will.
Use your blood.
I marked a vate out to say she lost a point. She has 7 left over because she had 8. Because goddamn dice rolls. How much can she pump into it at a time?
Your blood potency once, you can spend 1 vitae a turn. Every vitae you spend gives you 2 extra dice.
Okay,
to a single action you take.
All right. Hold on a minute. I am so sorry. Somebody was at the door. I'm back now.
No problem. So, spending for intense. It's called.
Okay. So I'm spending 1 vate, and that will give her enough. Between everything, it raises it to 6. Now I just need to deduct his defense.
His defense is 2.
So that would lower it to 4 dice.
Yes, and to stake someone successfully. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, yeah, staking someone is also more difficult. It also subtracts another 2 dice from your action.
What?
So
Oh,
that's -4 dice.
okay. So, mm, I'm down to 3 willpower. I don't know if I want to spend it or not. I'm not going to spend it. Oh, this is going to hurt, though. If this fails, this is going to so hurt. Uh, I mean, worst case scenario, it buys our teammates time to act. 2 failures.
You can take a dramatic failure if you want for an additional beat.
I'm not going to take a dramatic failure.
Okay. You send the stake straight into his body and you strike him and it pierces his skin utterly. But it's like it just stops halfway into the body. It's like it hits rock. He turns to you, and something about him, when he looks about you, radiates terror, fear, panic as he looks at you and gives you this stare.
Oh, motherfucker.
It's
What
cold, hateful stare. It is almost enough to send you running.
Almost. Almost.
Do you want to make me a quick resolve plus composure check?
Yes. Yes, I will. Okay, that's a much better roll. 1 success. Even though it was fucking 6 dice. God damn it. I fucking hate the dice tonight.
You succeed, so you hold on to yourself. It is terrifying. Whatever he is, he doesn't feel like a kindred anymore. And you have to fight every aspect of yourself to not run away, but you hold your ground. And you pull the stake out of his back. Blood forms around the palm of his hand and forms something of a shiv. But it looks a bit too elaborate. It's literally made of blood, of vitae.
By the goddess.
A human would say this is like red crystal, like a weapon made of like rubies of gems. It looks very elaborate, but it's
Yeah.
clearly not natural to you. You literally see it form from his blood. As soon as he reveals his weapon,
Oh, this is going to be so much fun. In a good and bad way.
Siri leaps to your defense instinctively. Jack and Hickory will both exit the vehicle and begin running towards you. Donnie will go to tackle the man, but he's going to get tossed aside. So,
I mean, it's
gotta
nice. It's nice that Donnie tried to help, but right now he's not the most important ally.
No, your defense is.
I will tell you my defense. My defense is a 4.
Your defense is a 2.
Is it?
Yeah, it wouldn't be. So we don't use athletics in this system for defense because it's OP as fuck.
Oh. Okay.
It's actually super OP. You would be reduced to a chance dice if.
I mean, it's not that bad, but okay, a 2 then. I just changed that on the sheet for you. Congrats. You could have told me that when I submitted it.
It's kind of hard to increase your defense because it's lower of your wits or your dex. And your celerity.
Cool.
So your defense would generally be around 2 to 7 if you've maxed celerity. Maybe if you've gotten more dex or wits, then it would be 8, 9, but most people will be around the 2 to more like the 2 to 5 ballpark.
Yeah, for now, because her dex and her wits are both 2, so.
Yeah, having athletics add to it, like you're getting defense bonuses of over 10, and then
yeah, because
nobody
her
can actually hit each
athletics is
other.
a 2, and I can see how it'd be OP later on if you raised it a bunch.
As someone who has played with that, it is insanely OP. Just having celerity makes you impossible to hit.
Yeah, nope, just deduct 2 then, I guess.
Okay. He's not the most adept user of this weapon.
I will just sit over here with my fingers crossed then and watch the roll.
Haha, I have a secret ST dice roller.
No, I want to see it. Don't take the rolls from me.
I take the rolls from you.
You always take everything I love.
Every time I'm in combat, I get exploding tens.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
He forms the shiv as you go to stake him, and as if to show you what a real weapon is, he shunts it into your chest, straight into your heart. He does 3 bashing damage to you.
Ow. Let me mark that.
Now, several things happen at once while this happens. Ciri is going to leap to your aid with a stake of her own.
Okay.
Donnie goes for the warrior man, but the warrior man just catches him as he goes to tackle him and just throws him through the door with unnatural strength. And Donnie just lands and rolls through shards of glass. It is an ugly sight. Jack and Hickory are going to go subdue him. But Ciri is focused on protecting you. She's going to make a roll to defend you. She is spending physical intensity.
Okay. I will wait this health damage on my thread until we see how that goes.
Mm-hmm. And she lunges at him.
Oh, did she get a good roll?
And she thrusts a stake straight into his heart.
Oh, I'm so proud of her right now.
And he drops to the floor instantaneously with immense physical force. He is thrown to the ground from the force of this staking.
So,
Rose
is very happy that this is handled. She is panting and in a lot of pain. She looks to Donnie. Is he unconscious? Alive?
He was thrown extremely hard. You're not entirely sure. You can make a wits medicine check to find out. To kind of examine him and see how severe his injuries are.
She does not have any medicine.
You lose 3 dice. You can still roll a chance dice or spend willpower to get a 3 dice bonus.
I'm going to roll a chance dice.
Okay, a 10 is a success, a 1 is a dramatic failure, anything else is a straight fail.
Okay.
You got it!
Holy crap. Nice. Yeah, like she'll limp over to him and check on him.
You are not medically trained in any way.
Yeah, well,
but
true.
These are massive lacerations now.
She's going to
lean through a glass window isn't normally too bad. It depends.
She's going to check him for a phone, call 911, give the address of the place and ask for an ambulance, and Then she's going to look at Jackie and go, "Can you memory wipe him, please, of this evening?"
Oh, Jackie's a Dava, he can't do that, but you can.
Okay, then I'll do it. For some
You
reason,
have
I couldn't
Dominate
fully.
1 allows you. 1 second. It allows you to.
I'm also going to make my quick reply of took 3 bashing from Sanctum member.
Yeah, so you can make 1. So you can make. You can alter or erase his memory. Based on the current scene. So you wouldn't be able to erase his memory based on a few years ago, but you could say, as he looks upon. Oh, sorry. Just to explain.
I was going to say, instead of completely erasing it, I'll alter it that he was doing a job escorting, a girl to a homeless shelter, a domestic violence shelter, for me, from my club, and so the boyfriend got involved.
It has to be 4 words.
Okay.
Level 1 mesmerize. You
were jumped. You were jumped. Is that okay? Or gang attack? I'm trying to find a way to make this work in 4 words.
You could say, we weren't here, or
we weren't here works. That's a lot better.
That'd wipe his memory of most of these current events. He will still retain the memory of a phone call you gave him.
That's fine.
He won't necessarily relate it to this because he won't remember you being here.
Okay.
He won't remember meeting you the past night at all. Because you could try and make it a double command. We weren't here, and then mesmerize him a second time. You didn't meet us. If you want to roll twice,
I will roll that and try.
There is no blood cost to this power, so you can use it multiple times.
Okay, so I need to roll my manipulation, I believe.
Intelligence plus expression plus dominate.
Okay.
Versus the resolve plus blood potency. He's a human, so he has no blood potency. So intelligence plus expression plus your dominate level -2.
Okay, so I'm just rolling 2 because she does not have any expression right now.
She should get that.
Yeah, no, we talked about this last time. She was going to get some. Oh.
You only need 1 success. Degrees of success generally don't matter unless you get 5 successes.
Okay.
So, 1 success. You hold their gaze for just a second, and it's just enough to inflict a mesmerized condition.
Okay.
So, you can attempt. Well, now that he's memorized, you can easily erase the memories of him meeting you and of your presence here.
That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm also putting on a fake voice as I call for an ambulance for him here. And then I'm going to have my goal after I hang up from Donnie's phone, load up the guy we've staked. And is tall, lanky guy still around?
Your recruiting Hickory and Jackery appears to have paid off. They've got him restrained, and Hickory knocks him out pretty quickly.
I guess
he doesn't go down quietly. He's actually quite a capable fighter.
We're going to take them both back to the club, and we're going to get some answers, gentlemen. Ow. I hate this night. I hate violence. Ow.
You're not too badly wounded. The bashing damage is largely superficial. However, you want to leave pretty quickly.
That's what we're doing. We're loading up and leaving. I'm leaving Donnie there because I've mesmerized him. I've taken his memories. It would be even more explaining to take him with us, and I don't want to move him with those kinds of injuries. So,
His injuries are pretty severe. The impact of the impact of him being thrown appears to have been almost as lethal to him as the shards of glass that are currently in his body.
And that is why I used his cell phone to call him an ambulance and put on the best fake voice that Rose can manage.
All right.
And we're going to go back to the club.
Siri goes to collect her vehicle. Put the two incapacitated men in a boot.
Yeah.
You tie up the whatnot. You make sure that
I have restraints that I use for feeding that are totally going on the lanky guy.
Okay. As you begin to pack up, you hear a very fast and loud car coming down the road.
We need to go now, I'm going to say as I climb in the car.
You don't need to tell us, try it twice.
Seer, get going.
Siri begins driving off in her own vehicle now.
And I'm immediately taking off as fast as possible without drawing too much attention. And I'm going to have to roll for driving again, aren't I?
We're going to make it 3 driving tests. It's going to be a contested check. What you see is a not too descript, is a pretty fairly nondescript vehicle that's driving very quickly. You see 2 predatory auras inside.
Of course. I'm like the rebellious part of Rose so wants to flip them off as she drives, but I doubt they're close enough to see her giving them the finger.
Make 3 driving tests. I will.
Oh, Rose so needs to put actual points into driving too.
You can leave it up to one of your colleagues if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell one of the guys since I'm injured they can drive. Okay, I'm gonna just sit in the passenger seat and nurse and sulk my injury, muttering, "Please don't scar."
All right.
Rose is taking a break from behind the wheel, and apparently my sister is watching this.
Hooray. And okay, that last one's pretty good. Now for your antagonists.
And since she's not driving, she can shoot the Catholics a bird as they try to get away.
Even total successes. So, it's a tight chase.
I was also about to say, usually the defender wins, and in this case, we're the defenders. I mean, if they were close enough, I would just probably use something on them, but I'm not sure how far or how close they have to be to use rigor mortis on them.
You can see them, so you can use it.
All right.
I do have the capacity to defend against it. Anyone being affected with sorcery can roll to defend instinctively.
That's fine. I don't mind them trying to defend. Rose still thinks her magic is super powerful, even though she knows she's a newbie. She's going to use rigor mortis on them, which is supposed to make it harder for them to move and such.
Okay. Are you going to use it on the driver or the passenger?
The driver, because I want us to be able to get away more than to start a fight.
Okay.
So, driver it is. And you said they both give off predatory, which tells me they're both kindred.
Yes.
So, Let me just check what I need to roll for that.
It's manipulation plus occult plus your correct skill. So 2 plus 4 plus 1.
So 2. Okay, so 5 dice, not bad.
Defending again. Let's see, what does rigor mortis? It is resisted by composure.
Yeah. At 2
Okay,
successes.
so I was just going to say lose 3 dice to that check.
So then I would get... Okay, so -3, so that'd be just 1 success? I mean, unless you want to count the 2 successes as the 2 dice.
So,
or I can re-roll.
Sorcery in this system has a target number of successes. So in order for the sorcery to take effect, you need to hit that target number.
Okay, so I should try again?
You can make an extended check. Yeah, this will happen over the course of several turns. You can, for an extended check, you can roll as many times as you have dice in your pool. So your pool amounts to 7 dice, so you can roll 7 times. If you don't hit the target number by that point, the effort is considered a complete failure. You need to hit a target number of 5 successes.
All right, so the first one to minus the 2 you told me to minus. I don't know if the 2 you want to count as the just 2 dice success or what. So
you lose 3 dice, I think. So
yeah, so that would put me down to 2 dice left over.
You should be rolling more than 5 dice.
Let me recheck my stuff on my sheet.
You've got manipulation 2, occult 4 with a specialty, which gives you an extra dice, and your correct skill is 1.
Yeah,
so it's
that's where
2 plus 4 plus 1 is 7, plus another 1 is 8. So,
and then I'm -3, so that would put me at 5.
So you're actually rolling the perfect number of dice.
Okay, see, my dyslexia was horrible. I completely forgot to add the dice for specialty. Oh,
I'll say you hit the target number within 2. So within about 10 seconds, you begin your incantation. You sacrifice of your beta. You feel it burn inside your hands as you point and gesture towards the driver. And in an otherwise almost in understand it's in a very violent incantation that you have been taught to chant in a very old Celtic tongue. The car swerves, spins, and crashes, briefly flying ever so slightly above the ground as it begins to roll.
As soon as she's done with her incantation and this happening, she is yelling, "Fuck you," at the top of her lungs, and then laughing. And leans back and goes, "I think I love you guys," is all she says to Hickory and Jackie.
As you say that, in your rearview mirror, you see the roof of the car. Someone jump through it. It is the woman.
She looks back. God damn it.
And she is running at you, and she's running faster than the car.
Hickory, we may have company.
She unsheathes a weapon again made of vitae, but something's different about this one. Maybe a wits plus occult roll.
Okay. And I don't think my specialty in rituals applies to this roll.
No, it does not.
So
actually, make me an intelligence plus occult. No, it'd be wits plus occult because you're
because I'm perceiving on my feet. I'm not researching.
Yeah.
So 6. Yeah, 6 dice.
As you engage in a massive high-speed chase for our Enfield.
I only got 1 success. Unless one's cancel, and then I didn't get any.
No, they don't.
Okay, so 1 success.
So you succeed. Okay, that knife, that was a cute toy. This thing, this might actually kill you. You can feel the power flowing from that thing.
If we can go any faster, let's go faster.
Jack just goes, it's already pushed.
She goes, I have enough in me. I can do one more ritual, but I'm not sure how this will affect the situation we're in. But I could make her technically break the rules and get in trouble. She's just kind of like watching the woman run behind them.
She is really cutting it close with the fact that she's effectively chasing you down. She's chasing you down the road in celerity.
Should I make her hungry?
Look, whatever gets this asshole off our backs.
It's that, or I can do another rigor mortis on her.
She jumps onto the vehicle.
I'm going to do rigor mortis on her.
Okay.
So, I will do my rolls again. So, nope, that is the wrong thingy. There we go. Oh, PMs, please stop. All right. Do I get a deduction again?
Yes, you, it is another -3 dice.
So I'd just be rolling 5 again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1 success so far. Like, I'm literally telling whoever's not driving, if she breaks through, hold her off as I do this. All right.
Okay. So you've taken your first couple of turns, so she's going to... Someone's going to actually try and stop her from cutting off your hand as you gesture towards her.
Okay, that works great.
Hickory's the one doing that, Jackie's the one driving.
Of course, Jackie wants to drive my car.
Now, Hickory is a good fighter. He's a very good fighter. Actually, let me check. Ooh. Oh no, they just roll against each other. And
I was going to say, you as the ST would roll your 2 rolls for your NPCs against each other, yes.
okay, she breaks through him on the first attempt. He just narrowly misses getting his head cut off by the weapon that literally cuts through the metal frame of the car, as if it wasn't as if it were like a chopstick, really. And she's going to inflict 2 points of lethal onto you. Most of the attack was blocked by Hickory, who is basically trying to punch her and basically grab the arm with the weapon.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to, I guess, focus on doing this still, because even if this works after she damages all of us, it will still give a bonus to Hickory in his combat, so.
Yes.
And he still also has his own stake, so it all works out.
He's going to. Sorry, I just need to roll a second time for these because you've made 2 rolls.
Okay, go ahead. I literally was just doing my prep of typing before I rolled. I've also got one of your players totally talking to me about
Oh my
my
god, are you kidding me?
Oh god, how bad is it?
He rolled 10 dice and got no successes.
Oh.
Well.
Alright, you ready for my next ritual roll?
Yeah, she does another lethal to you. Both of them rolled terribly that round, so you're very lucky.
Oh.
You are at this point impaired. So you.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you to re-roll that because I want to be nice. Because if I take away 2 dice from that, you're going to lose all of your successes.
That's alright. I will re-roll with loss of 2 dice, you said?
You are currently impaired. The damage she's doing to you, 1, it is lethal even to you. That is extremely unusual.
I know.
And 2, you have suffered 3 bashing, 2 lethal, 6, you have 7 health.
If I'm unconscious, that's fine.
No, you're just impaired, so you take a -2 dice penalty. And once you hit your last health box, you'll be at a -3.
Okay, so I'm at 3 dice now.
Mm-hmm.
And this may hurt, but I'm thinking about actually spending one of my last 3 willpower for the scene of this.
If there's any time to spend it, would be now.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spend it. And that gives me an extra dice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that would bring me up to 4. Okay, so 2 successes still. So she hit it. She's got 5 total.
Okay. Her body finally seizes up. For just the briefest of moments, she appears highly resilient to your sorcery. But Hickory seizes the moment. And you see, as your sorcery finally takes effect, he gets a clean hit square on her face as he sends her flying dozens of yards off the vehicle. Amazingly, she lands on her feet.
That still has to hurt with rigor mortis active, though.
It's painful, but she actually lands on her feet and sort of skates backwards along the ground. And as you kind of drive away, you see her dismiss her weapon as she looks at you.
I am totally weakly giving her the middle finger as I drive away because fuck Lancia Sanctum. I'm tired of their bullshit. And then I am slowly sliding, injured as best as I can to Hickory, my cell phone, going, call Soli.
You are very heavily damaged.
Ow.
You are not all that far away from torpor. It would only take 4 more bashing damage.
I need food.
And Jackie turns back to you and he says, oh, shit. Well, I think you've lost him at least. Good job, guys. We'll take you out to the club.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
Thanks for helping me with this.
Yeah, you didn't exactly tell me we were signing up to fight fucking Crusaders. What the fuck?
To be fair, I didn't want to really fight them. I was just supposed to capture one of them. What the fuck was that thing they formed? I was
I
not.
don't know, I'm not a fucking magician.
Ugh.
That's literally your shit.
Yeah. No one fucking apparently informed me of everything that was needed to know for this goddamn job. I fucking hate my family.
Oh fuck, they're me now.
It's okay. You guys are cool. I like you too. You're definitely better than half the people I know. Oh.
You left that guy back there.
Yeah, I called him an ambulance and I wiped his memory. Well, altered his memory.
Well, fuck, I hope they ain't got no other venture in their midst.
Same. Not that many venture know I'm even in town. Oh.
I mean, at least I won't be able to definitively prove it or anything, but man, I'd watch your fucking back if I were you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Sheer toss these cars and get different ones. These are going to scrap. God, this is not as fun as I remember it being. Why couldn't it have just been like a small little spank or something? Oh.
Well, wherever you were fucking going after was important enough that fucking Crusaders would show up. God.
They've been killing newbies. They've been picking wars and attacking everybody.
Hickory actually pipes up. Well, no. The whole shit that's going on in the city right now is their fucking fault. It's the church that got us into this fucking mess. We'd been able to live quietly underground if it weren't for that fucking interference.
My job was literally just to catch that one, pointing towards the trunk weakly, so we could literally get answers on what the fuck's going on and why.
And Jackie's just gonna go, look, I ain't a fan of the fucking church. There are a few Coffers that are, but frankly, they've been causing shit for us, just like they have for the Revenants.
To be fair, I feel like the prince has done fucked up too. And I say that with the most respect I can muster right now.
I mean, I'll say he's fucked with absolutely no respect at all. Fuck the man.
Ears everywhere.
Yeah, not in this fucking car. Shit. So we don't get fucking pulled over. Actually, no, let me handle that.
Okay.
At some point, his prophecy does come true, and you do get pulled over because your car's heavily damaged and in a very unusual way. But Jack works his magic.
She is totally letting him do all the talking right now.
He is very persuasive. Something about him is very alluring and very likable when he talks to the police officers, and they just ignore you. They overlook you entirely, your injuries, everything.
As soon as they're done with the cop, she is going to look towards Jackie, and she goes, "Are you a demigod?"
I mean, are you gonna worship me?
Don't make me laugh right now, please.
I mean, you know, I wouldn't mind if you knelt before me. Wink.
Oh, God. She kind of like makes a cringe motion. It goes, "Not your fault. I need to sit forward, though. Hurts so bad everywhere."
All right. Just, I'll take you around the back.
You're a doll.
We'll get you in. Do you want us to like just? Well, to be honest, we should probably split up as soon as we hit the club.
She nods. Yeah, just, I would probably, once we're in the back, there's stairs that go downstairs to my area. I would take the prisoners down there. It's better to keep them underground.
Yeah, agreed. Fuck.
And I think at this point, I can trust you to see where I sleep.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll head around the front. Ikira help you around the back. Actually, Hikari will bring in the prisoners. I'll have a chat with your bartender friend. We'll make sure there's a whole fuss out the front. Very good at drawing attention to myself, as I'm sure you're very aware at this point. So I'll make sure that none of the prisoners get spotted. Okay?
Yeah. She's gonna look at Hickory. Is Sully gonna meet us?
Fuck. Let me look at this. He takes the phone.
Yeah, because she had handed him her phone and asked him to contact Sully.
What the fuck is this screensaver? Jesus. I can't have a taste.
But like the screensaver is literally just a pair of like handcuffs attached to a long chain from a ceiling.
Yeah.
It's a reminder of my past. Don't worry about it.
Remind you of a present.
The dirty look she's shooting through her injuries right now.
Yeah, he said he'll meet you. He said he's on his way.
As soon as they're at the club and she's situating herself in her room, she has her ghoul take the cars and start taking them to a scrapyard. One trusted in crone territory. And then she's going to have her barkeep, through the messaging system of the business, send her some food down to her room because she needs to feed.
All right. There's not so much he can do to help you with that. Not an ally. He can roll for it. He needs to convince people to head down to the basement.
Well, like she has random rooms in the basement area, and she's just like, call it one of those special VIP areas. Tell them they get to hang out with the owner.
Sure. You type flag. Siri is actually at the club before you. As soon as she sees you, she just goes, "Oh God," and immediately goes to help, kind of support you.
She's like, I'm going to my room. Hickory is taking the prisoners down here. I've let the barkeep know you can help him if you think you can. Find me someone to eat.
I will stay with you.
Siri, work first. The cars also need to be gotten rid of. They know them. Can you handle that?
Yes, Miss Anson.
Thank you. Get moving.
She will carry you down to your room.
Aww.
And then she will immediately leave you to see to the vehicles and clean up.
So the first thing she's going to do in her injuries is take her over jacket off because that's probably ruined now. And she's going...
Your entire outfit is ruined. It's covered in blood. There are cuts everywhere, massive gouges in your skin.
She's just going to strip down at this point best as she can with her injuries. It's not like she didn't have stuff on underneath it.
How much blood do you currently have left? You spent 2 for rigor mortis, and you spent another 1 for physical intensity.
So I'm currently at 4 vate.
Okay.
And I'm about to feed. I'm about to feed. I've got this on lockdown.
So you are at risk of frenzy.
Yeah. So Hickory's bringing the victims that are restrained down to my room. And I'm just sitting there tapping my fingers annoyed, muttering ow as I wait for food. So I don't frenzy.
No.
Shh.
But when you taste blood, you may need to roll.
That
When you
is
get
fine.
4 blood or less, you take a -2 dice penalty to resist frenzy.
Okay.
It's not nice.
So when her food arrives, she's going to look at Hickory and she's going to state, "I'm dangerously hungry. I'm not sure you want to be in here for that."
I know what it's like.
Very well.
I'll hold you back.
She's going to smile as best as she can through the pain at him, and is then going to proceed her routine of dominate/seducing her food.
No one knows hunger like a revenant.
Dun dun dun. That is true. Revenants are fucking amazing. So she's going to feed in her normal routine. No viewers need to know how she feeds.
He does manage to get a couple of people down for you. He got 2 successes, so 2 people follow him down. Says that the owner wants to meet you. You've been putting on a good show. You know, you've been the life of the party.
She'll take the one that looks like it's the easiest in her injured state to control.
Yes, your injuries, well, it's less about the impairment, more that you look like you should be dead. So.
And she's going to apply dominate with the words, "Trust me."
Okay. I will just say this succeeds.
Okay.
They're simple models, they're club goers, they're not particularly strong-willed, and they're not prepared for your dominate.
She's going to motion Rivenet to the one she didn't choose to feed on in case he needs to feed too, and she's going to begin feeding.
They just allow you to do it.
Yeah. I don't want her to kill, so I will make some kind of self-control roll if I need to, but I do want to feed enough that she's back to full strength, so to speak.
So you're immediately feeding up, so I will not have you take a -2 dice penalty, because as soon as you feed on someone, you're hitting 5+ blood again, but you are still hungry, and you're still injured, and your beast is still riled from the combat. So it will lurch forwards when you feed from them. Or make me a resolve plus composure roll.
Okay. Let's see. That would be 6 dice for her. One success.
Oh no, it's difficulty 8. Oh no, you got the 8. Sorry, I almost missed it for some reason. Just barely. Just barely. You can literally feel the chains on the beast snapping as you feed, as you deepen your bite, as you take more and more blood. You almost become entirely lost in the moment. The beast almost takes it all. Almost. But you rein it in the nick of time, to prevent any serious harm to this mortal. You gain the tempted condition.
Gain the what condition?
The tempted condition.
Tempted?
The tempted condition basically means is every time you roll a frenzy, you basically get the tempted condition if you succeed, unless you get an exceptional success. The tempted condition basically gives you a cumulative dice penalty to all further attempts to resist frenzy until it's resolved. So currently, you basically, the tempted condition puts you currently at a -1 dice penalty to resist frenzy. Every time you get tempted condition again, it just increases the dice penalty, so it'll become -2, -3, -4, etc.
Oh, okay. I got that.
If you resolve it, you gain a beat.
Oh, I will probably work on that next scene. Right now, Rose doesn't want to do anything else but go deal with other situations in a bit. She needs to get redressed at the moment instead of wearing her club working clothes.
You are able to drain 2 blood from the first bottle and another 2 from the second, giving you 4 blood. So you are back up to 8. Your beast is relatively sated now, but it still wants more. It wants to be full. You can feel it. It's not done with you yet.
Yeah, she'll lick where she fed, Pictured Hills, and then she'll proceed to start cleaning herself off and redressing. Thanks, Hickory.
It's a horrible thing to have that.
I'm usually very much in control of it, but this is also the worst injuries I've gotten since joining the long night.
To be honest, this isn't to sound arrogant, but I've seen worse, I've been worse. It could have been a lot worse than tonight.
Things can always be worse.
You held out okay. I appreciate you taking the front line. I would have probably expected you to tell me to do that instead.
Honestly, I was going to have Donnie take it and then you. But once he spotted me, I kind of knew my cover was blown. Might as well play bait. And I don't mind being bait as long as I have a good team behind me.
Well,
would have been gone probably a lot better if I had known they could make those blood weapon things. That would have been nice to know. She's kind of laughing about the situation, but he could probably easily tell she's still very upset about it.
I couldn't tell you much about that, other than that the blood does weird things to people.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're gonna be okay?
She'll go over and she'll pat him on the shoulder. I'm gonna be fine. I'm starving still, but I don't think they can take much more of me. She says, looking back at the two.
Nah,
Probably gonna let them rest. Then I'm gonna send them on their way. Hopefully grandfather gets here soon.
Then I hope you won't mind if I get out of here before that. I don't want to be seen by any more people than is absolutely necessary. I'm not exactly...
No. I trust you. Go on.
All right.
I know I'll see you around. Keep the hat and the sunglasses, though.
Fuck's sake. Fine. Look after yourself.
I will. What are friends for? I need to be alive to help you get yourself a clean image.
If what I hear is true, I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon.
Then he who should not be named can suck all our dicks and we'll make it happen as soon as possible. But you go get somewhere safe and rest yourself.
First time he smiled all night. First time you've seen him smile since meeting him.
She kind of smirks. I'm going to go make sure Jackie's okay.
He skedaddled, I think. Left with a third of your club's patronage.
That's fine. I think I'm going to close up for the rest of the night tomorrow and tonight. I don't know yet. We'll see.
All right.
Go on.
I'll stop by every now and then.
You're always welcome here, dear.
I'll see you later.
Okay, she's going to go upstairs and she's going to glance around and see who's left in the club.
Not many people. Jack did a thorough job. Perhaps a little bit too well.
Of course he did. As loud as she can manage to get her voice right now, she's going to call out, last call. We have maintenance and inventory to do, so we're closing early.
Everybody's like, oh man, really?
I mean, unless
sucks.
you don't want me to restock the liquor.
Yeah, fair. Everybody's still grumpy, but they'll deal with it.
Yeah, like as soon as she gets them out, she'll flip the sign to closed. She'll turn the lights down as if they're closed, and she will wait for Sully. And she even messages him the message TikTok.
FFSOMW.
She'll lean back.
Siri will find you again.
Are the cars taken care of?
Yes, Miss Anson.
Okay. It's been a long night, hasn't it?
I didn't expect you to be as forward as you were.
I wasn't as forward as I was expecting to be, she says with a smile. I actually was expecting to stay by the cars.
I suppose no plan survives contact with the enemy, as they say.
When a plan gets damaged or caught, you improvise. Even if it means getting a little hurt. It's all for the greater good, though, you'll see.
Those injuries, forgive me for saying, but how are you still alive?
I'm not. She'll just smile at her. I thought all of the kids nowadays read the Twilight books or such, she says it laughing.
With respect, Miss Anson, I'm in my mid-20s.
It was a joke, dear.
Sorry. Miss Anson.
I'm not alive in the same way you're alive. That's the best way to explain it, for now.
Okay, I see.
She'll smile at her. I promise everything will make much more sense once I take you to Elysium.
What is Elysium?
It's a big, special, formal dinner event. Everybody goes. Everybody brings their partners, like you're my partner, and everybody shows who has the biggest one. It's absolutely dreadful, but it's usually required to go to at least one. It's kind of like a charity drive. She's just shaking her head.
So a bit of bi-regular shafting, then.
Correct, except for you have all the shafts around you, and they're all in higher status than you, and you've got to take care of all of them at the same time, still watching the door for her grandfather.
So, if I may ask, am I one of you, or am I something else?
You're something else, dear. You're still living. You're just a little tuned up.
I definitely feel more alive.
Well, that's good. You should do what makes you happy and feel the most alive. I mean, what else could the goddess want?
I don't know. I'm not sure on goddesses. I'm a fairly irreligious woman.
Well, I'm not going to force you to believe in her, but I follow a goddess of war and justice. And this city needs a whole lot of justice.
I've never heard of her. Perhaps you should introduce me sometime.
Perhaps. I'm sure my grandfather would love for you to come to our little celebration sometime.
Well, as you wish.
I'll see you tomorrow evening, dear.
She looks a little bit awkward. She doesn't really say anything. She just
She looks towards you.
Yes, Miss Hanson.
And I'll make up today's lack of payment to you tomorrow. I'm exhausted.
You know she fidgets with her hands a little bit when you tell her she won't be fed tonight.
It'll be a real big treat, I promise. The next message to Sully is a picture of the bloody, torn up clothes on the ground. Because now she's fucking with Sully's head. Because
he just types back kinky.
She just sighs.
And I suppose I shall see you tomorrow, Miss Hanson.
Good night, dear.
Good night, Miss Hanson.
She's like legs crossed, hands to her face, just waiting.
Literally as she leaves, within seconds of Siri walking down the stairs, it is you guessed it, the one and only.
Grandfather, if I'm gonna be fucked, I would like to be knowing ahead of time, is all she says matter-of-factly.
What the fuck happened to you?
I had a blade stabbed through my heart. I also made one of them die. You have 2 presents downstairs in my room, she says with a very hungry smile.
I was hoping for a USB stick, not 2 bodies, but I guess I'll take it.
Well, originally it was just gonna be I was gonna surprise you with 1, and then they spotted me, and I would have liked to know they could turn their blood into blades. That would have been fun to know.
I mean, fucking hell. Your side didn't educate you at all, did they? Fuck.
They gave me the very, very basics of our own stuff. That's it.
Well, I guess I'll have to pick up the pace with you then. Well, yeah, the Sanctified can do that. They can do things similarly to us, but not. Their magic is a lot different. Different method. Similar results. But they focus on different things.
She's half leaned over now and screamed "fuck" at the top of her lungs.
What? We're a faith, they're a faith. Faiths call upon fucking magic like this.
Oh, I get that part. That fuck was aimed for my sire.
Oh.
If Jeff and Jackie had not been there with me, I would be dead. I could barely walk in. My ghoul had to carry me.
Well, that makes you smart. You brought a crew. You brought some ghouls. You came prepared. You came over prepared for the situation.
Yeah.
That's why I trusted you with the task.
Is it sad I want to castrate my sire right now?
Nah, I've wanted to do that for them for a while. Why do you think you're here and they're not?
True. She'll lead him down to the basement and show him the two restrained men. Don't mind the mess on the bed. That'll be dealt with in a few minutes.
Mr. fucking Doll. Now this is gonna be a fucking treat.
I take it you and great-grandmother will be pleased.
Oh. Mr. Doll. He's a small boy, but he's a mouthy one.
When I went to stake him, it felt like he was made of stone. By the way.
Oh, yes, I mean, that's a trick that we have.
I want to castrate my sire, deep fry it, and feed it to him, is all she mutters. On a side note, that stake in him right now is the property of my ghoul. I am very proud of her right now.
See, you like me, you know how to pick 'em.
Yeah. I feel a little ashamed of how I ghouled her, but what works, works. God, they still look so delicious. She's just looking towards the bed.
Oh, chin up, you made it. And I suggest fixing yourself up before nightfall. Otherwise, you're gonna wake up with head of a hangover.
Oh.
And he like grimaces, like, oh yikes.
She kind of like nods her head. Yes, yeah, I know. But just to let you know, I don't mean to be rebellious, but I am not going back into Sanctum territory for a while. I also made a promise to one of my teammates on your behalf. It got me muscle and helped me survive.
Fucking Christ, okay.
I said that you might be able to help me and I might be able to help them get a certain bounty off their head.
Bounty? What kind?
Something the prince put on them. She's looking at him with like the big baby doll eyes right now.
Guess I'm just gonna send you back to your side now. If I fucking castrate you.
Look, I didn't tell him we could. I said we could try. There's got to be something we can do for the prince that they would have to owe us something that big.
What did who the fuck is this that they've managed to get themselves on the fucking blacklist from the prince?
Everyone from his group of people is on the list, grandfather.
What the a revenant?
I needed muscle.
Oh my god, please tell me his name isn't fucking Hickory.
I love you, grandfather.
Okay, I'm gonna kill you now.
Just give me a chance to work this out. Look, I'm only letting you know that this is something I'm going to try and help him with.
Look. None of us can fucking, unless you just gift the prince an entire burrow, a nest of those motherfuckers. There ain't no way he's sparing anymore. He has lost his fucking mind with these things. I mean, personally, I don't give a fuck about what the prince says. I fucking hate the guy.
Then if everybody I've heard talk say they hate him, why is he on the throne as prince if he's hated by everyone?
Because you're in a bubble. Like us, the crone. Yeah, we don't like him because he's been cozying up to the Sanctified for fucking ages. And if you look at how he's structured the little, how he structured his domains, oh, how convenient that the Sanctified and the Carthians are, well, the Craftians and the Invictus are just separated by the buffers as the Sanctified. He's using them. And he's shafting us to do it.
Well, to be fair, we're going to have to be getting shafted at some point anyway. I would rather know where the shafting's coming from than not. And I would rather have someone to have my back. Because no offense, Grandpa, I love you. You're here when you're here. But when you're not around, I'm on my own. I need some kind of allies. And no one actually knows it's him. I've kept him mostly disguised. And anyone who's asked for his name, we came up with the name Jeff.
This is exactly why we're working things out at the Coffins. This is why we're moving on Enfield, alright? Us and the Coffins. Things, look, you weren't around back in the day, back in the nights, but it didn't really used to be like this. It used to be that the Invictus ruled and everything was fine. Like, Coffins make a ruckus, but for the most part, shit would work. The crown was in good standing. Everything was civil enough.
And I'm pretty sure Jackie's one of the Carthians, and he went on this job with me. So I've probably helped butter up that relationship too.
Yeah, and that's good.
I'm just saying.
Like, the tighter you guys are, better. But ever since, it's a story. I'll tell you later.
Okay, I'm just saying for now, just trust me a little bit with this, okay?
Yeah, it's just...
I'm just
be careful what you promise people. If he's expecting to get a fucking get a jail free card from the prince, you have to tell him he's not gonna.
We talked about it. He's not expecting a straight out get out of jail free card. He's just expecting a little bit of help. That's it. And I told him we could maybe.
Yeah, we can. I mean, look, between you and me, Coffins have been taking in refugees for a while. Wouldn't be beyond us to do the same. We can take in a couple of revenants. The least we can do. I mean, Coffins taken on a boatload of them, so.
Okay.
Like, just keep it on the down low. Don't let anyone know, because if anybody knows you've spoken with a revenant, or if there's even a suspicion that you've spoken with a revenant, and he just kind of puts his finger along his neck, that's what the Princeton will do to you. They have no fucking... They're not interested in fucking speaking with these Finbloods. They want them gone. They want them dead. They think that they're a threat to the masquerade, and that they're basically just recruitment fodder for the Carthians. They're not entirely wrong, but it puts you at risk, and I'd rather you not be at... Okay, I kind of sent you to Sanctified territory, but I'd rather you be at less risk than you're currently at.
She's gonna kiss Sully on the cheek. I'm gonna be okay. I'm just letting you have a heads up of what's going down. Between these shit shows and my own shit, and the fact I have a meeting with Alara Shade now.
Yeah, she's gonna fuck you over. Frankly, that's the terrifying part. Because, to be honest, like...
Yeah, according...
Maquette just know things.
Of course they do.
So, don't be surprised if she just decides to blackmail the shit out of you. Also, don't be surprised if she just happens to be filled in on this entire conversation, because she might just be standing in the corner over there. I don't fucking know. All I know is Maquette give me the fucking creeps, and Lar Shade gives me even more fucking creeps. Like, all of the fucking creeps. I don't know all of them.
I was just about to ask if you'd go with me.
I'd rather not have all my secrets spilled.
Oh, yeah.
And stolen. And used against me. Because that's what the Maquette do.
You have any books I can study? I'm so tired of only having 2 rituals. Even if it made a car go boom.
Well, I mean, I've been trying to push Gia to actually put shit to paper so we can... But,
it's not on paper. I need to go in person and do it old school.
Yep, Laurel style. I don't like it personally. I think we need to organize, but, you know, Gia, she's convinced.
Well, I mean, when she gets too old and you take over, you can make those rulings.
I mean,
maybe we need some testosterone in charge.
we need something.
Well, should I make Alara wait or should I go hit her up tonight?
Give it a few nights.
All right. And these two are going home with you. Yeah, she motions at the prisoners and goes, those two are going home with you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they are. I'm going to have fun with Mr. Gareth. Gareth's got a lot to share. Ain't ya, Mr. Gareth? And he just, like, kind of, with his shoe, just kind of bumps his shoe against his face. That prick. That prick.
Have fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the food out of my bed and go to sleep now.
Whatever.
Love you. Good night.
Love your granddaughter.
Yeah. Fucking. Oh, by the way, one of those cars you bought me, I sent it to the scrapyard.
Oh, what the fuck did you do actually? Tell me later.
The Sanctum saw it, so figured it was better to do it that way.
Fuck.
They also
need to tell me. You're gonna need to tell me how that went down later, because
it'll probably be in the rumors around the.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
To be fair, no one really saw many of us in the vehicle, so I mean, it's not like they can really do anything about it. And the cars are gone. I made sure they were totaled. So.
Yeah, it's just,
there's going to be shit to take care of, and no one knows my connection to you, so if I do get in trouble, it'll just be me.
If you're in trouble, I'll get you out of it.
Oh, what? Is the prince just going to spank me because you say so?
Nah, it's not the prince. I think the prince is going to give a shit. I think the Sanctified will give a shit.
Yeah.
But them, I can deal with.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that bald black one died when the car flipped, and the blonde chick, well, I left her standing in the middle of the street, so...
Blonde chick?
Oh, yeah, when I went to capture this one, we had a small car chase with two of them. I used rigor mortis to stop the car chase.
Tell me more about this blonde chick.
Posh-dressed. Real nicely posh-dressed. Her hair was kept up formally. Instead of a knife, though, she made an actual sword, and it hurt worse than anything I've ever felt. Like, it went all the way through me. I'm actually amazed I lived. I think I only lived because Jeff was, like, putting himself between me and her.
Who the fuck is Jeff?
That's his code name.
Oh. I'm actually kind of surprised you made it out then. Pretty sure you met a crusader. They're not...
I mean, that's what Jackie called them. He said they were both crusaders.
Yeah. Think of them like the SAS of the Sanctified, I guess.
Oh, fuck. And I just thought it was a slang term for all of the Sanctum members. God damn. I kind of feel proud of myself.
I mean, they shouldn't have been there.
I mean, he called them. She points at the staked one.
Yeah, and I wonder why he did that.
He saw me.
Yeah. Anyway. I'm gonna see them. You might want to get those wounds sorted out before you go to sleep, because otherwise you're going to be hella thirsty when you wake up.
Oh, no, I'm doing that right now as we talk.
Alright.
Take the
Okay.
trash with you. Thank you. I worked somewhat hard for a mission I had not full information or training for, but yeah. I don't think I did the worst I could have done. I'd give myself a C.
To be honest, the bridges you're building might actually be more important than the guy you got for us, but if Crusaders came to help him, Ivory's higher up in the food chain, and I thought, or they were guarding something pretty important. Either way, I'll need to work quickly to ensure that they can't move whatever the fuck they were keeping watch of.
Have fun. If you need help moving them out, tell security I said to help you.
Yeah, I'll give them a call, they know me.
She's like pushing the models out of her bed, telling them to like get dressed and everything now.
Alright, see you around, lass.
Be good.
You know me.
Yep.
You will leave.
As soon as her room's completely empty and the models have had their memory altered of just having a nice night with her and nothing supernatural happening, she's going to tend her wounds, and then she's going to crawl into her bed, pull the blankets over her head, and just go to sleep. Because fuck this whole night.
And I think with that, we can end the scene there. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you all next time. And another evening in London.